we'll get into all of this, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because now I will actually mention the slide that I'm going to mention. I have been skipping over it the last few classes, but I'll mention it in this one. So a civil process server only has two responsibilities. The first one is proper delivery, and the second one is proper return. Okay? Yes, sir.
What if you can't find the people?
Oh yeah.
And you can't, so you can't certify that you.
Well, there's a couple different things that can happen. The first thing that can happen, if you're a diligent process server, you might add some services to your cart, right? Your services can include what's called a skip trace. That's where we go.
What now?
Skip trace.
Okay.
That's where we go locate people transient people. Now you're almost stepping into the realm of private investigators, but process servers can do skip tracing just because we're not, all we're trying to do is locate the person. We're not surveilling that person, right?
Right.
So me personally, I've got, at one point I was selling my locate and serve for $199.95. Right now I have it at $159. I will locate that person and then go serve that person. And it's actually in my best interest to locate them before I go find them anyway, before I go serve them, so I won't waste that gas.
Right.
So you can, as a student of this class, you're going to get a 10% discount to a software called TLO. That's a TransUnion software. TransUnion is the credit report people. So if they have anything in their name or in their social security number, you'll be able to locate where they are, or the last time that they used that social. They can even do vehicle traces through TLO as well. TLO, it's a TransUnion product. It's a skip trace product. It's for you to help locate people. So, as a matter of fact, I had a case like this today. Last week, we had an apartment. The person we were going to go serve was in an apartment complex, but they didn't put the apartment number on there.
That's always good.
Yeah. So what we did is we just ran them in TLO and pulled up, hey, they're in apartment 225. So we went to apartment 225, and we could charge a little extra money because we did something. Yes, ma'am.
You would probably, I'm asking, would you need to try to serve the information they provided before you do skip tracing and charge the extra fee?
Yeah, I mean, anytime, because who wants fees that you didn't expect, right? Nobody wants. Me personally, I give people my best possible service at my best possible price. I'm not trying to nickel and dime you, because if I do a great job for you, you're going to come back. I've got attorneys, I've been serving process since 2009. I've got attorneys who won't use anybody else but me. And that's just because they appreciate the level of diligence, the level of service that I'm going to give them. Okay? Any other questions? All right, let's jump into this right quick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys the life of, before I do that, we work in an industry with some of the smartest people in the world. We work in an industry where people are going to use acronyms, they're going to use lingo, they're going to use legalese, and they're going to talk over your head. And so many people act like they know what people are saying, And I've always been one of those type of people that, I'm sorry I didn't go to law school when please, could you explain this to me? I'm just dumb enough to know that I don't know everything, right? And so I'm always trying to learn different stuff. So what I want to do is I want to give you guys the lingo of the world that you're going to be in. And so you don't have to act like you know it. You can actually know this kind of stuff, right? So just bear with me. I know you guys didn't go to law school or anything like this. So I'm going to try to break this down to where everybody can kind of understand what we're talking about. The very first thing is this big long word, jurisprudence. And you know it's a big long word because it's about the size of 4 regular size words, right? Jurisprudence simply means the study of law. All right? So the study of law is broken down into 2 different categories. The first is criminal procedure. So if you can go to jail for it, if there's some kind of penalty under the law for it, it will fall into criminal procedure, right? Now, we are called civil process servers because we do not handle anything criminal in nature. The only thing criminal that we can do are subpoenas. But you don't have to be certified to do a subpoena. You can deliver a subpoena right now today. Most people didn't know they can deliver a subpoena, right? What they say, knowing is half the battle type stuff. And my daddy would always say, ignorance is so expensive. People pay more for stuff that you don't know than just to pay a couple dollars to learn what you need to learn, right? So, we are called civil process servers because we only handle cases civil in nature. So,